Manchester United's new manager Rúben Amorim arrives at Old Trafford following a stunning start to the season with Sporting CP, where his side began their league campaign with 9 wins from 9 games. Under Amorim's leadership, Sporting showed impressive balance, scoring goals at will whilst conceding only 2 in that time. Now he faces the daunting yet thrilling task of reviving United's fortunes and steering them back to winning ways. Here is how Rúben Amorim might set up Manchester United in FC25. It has been heavily reported that the new Manchester United manager will not change his style of play. Therefore, there will be a new formation implemented at Old Trafford, the 3-4-2-1 system and shape. Now, this formation can definitely change its shape and structure depending on the different phases of play. In one moment, you might see them defending with a back 5. In other moments, you might see them attacking with a front 6 or even at times a front 7. This is the way that Rúben Amorim likes to play, and you might even see a 2-4-2-2 system formulate, having one of the centre-backs stepping up and into the midfield zones in order to try and sit alongside an Ugarte and a Mainu, providing a lot of defensive stability in the central areas of the park. As we take a look at the Manchester United team tactics, the tactical preset should be set to wing play. Amorim does prefer his wide players being very involved in the attacking spaces, but also looking to try and generate a lot of the width in the side. In turn, what this will do is it will draw the opposition into those wider zones, opening up a lot of central space for the midfield and the attackers to go ahead and exploit. The build-up style that Amorim will look to deploy at Manchester United will be one of a balanced approach. This means that you might be able to see the goalkeeper playing out successfully from the back, playing those short passes into the possession of the centre-backs or the midfielders, and then having them develop the ball further forward. If we take a look at how Sporting CP built their attacking outlets under Rúben Amorim, there were a lot of short passing interchanges that would occur in the midfield zones. So therefore, you would expect this United side under Amorim to also display very similar features. Now, Amorim's sides of the pass are not adverse to playing those long balls further forward, trying to get the pacey players in behind and trying to exploit the spaces and the gaps of the opposition's backline regions. That means that you will be able to play those longer passes in behind or play those longer passes out from the back directly into the forward line in order to try and create those quick transition moments and in turn generate a lot of central space for when you are trying to play those short interchanging passes. As for the defensive approach, it should be set to high with the line height being set to 85. The Red Devils will look to press the opposition in a very aggressive structure, very similar to Sporting CP. And with this aggressive press, it can lead to the opposition making mistakes and giving away possession higher up the field, in turn allowing for Manchester United to attack the opposition in transition with those through balls over the top or in between the lines directly into the forwards. A key attacking feature that we will see Manchester United use on a consistent basis will be the aggressive switch pass, looking to create a side overload down the left or the right hand space before looking to switch the ball to the opposite flank, who will have a lot more space to go ahead and try and exploit and attack. Amorim's aggressive style of play promises to deliver free-flowing attacking football alongside defensive stability. As we move on to the individual player roles, we'll start off at the back with Onana between the sticks, and he'll be set to the role of sweeper keeper with the focus being set to balanced. Now, it has become a staple in how Amorim wants his side playing, but it does require a very aggressive and proactive goalkeeper, one that won't be afraid to sweep up just in behind that aggressive high line that Manchester United will be looking to play, but also looking to consistently play out from the back, looking to maintain a lot of control from those deeper areas on the pitch. This means that Onana does need to be on it when it comes to playing those long passes further forward in order to try and create those quick transition moments, but also when playing out from the back, looking to play simple passes into the backline players and then have them progress the ball higher up the field. Another option for Onana could be India, who we haven't really seen under Erik ten Hag, but I do think that he would also fit Amorim's style of play. Moving on to the 3 centre-backs, and the likes of Lenny Yoro, Matthijs de Ligt, and Martinez will be the first choice options, with both the 2 wider centre-backs being deployed in the roles of ball-playing defender with the focus being set to build up play, and the middle centre-back in Matthijs de Ligt being set to stopper with the focus being set to balanced. The 2 wider centre-backs will be the ball progressors from those deeper areas on the field, looking to play those line-breaking passes either into the midfielders or the wider attackers. Both the likes of Yoro as well as Martinez will also be tasked with looking to defend the wider spaces, looking to potentially block off crosses or intercept the play and look to progress the ball higher up the field into Manchester United's attacking possession. The middle centre-back will be tasked with trying to maintain the backline structure, making sure that he's trying to be very physical and imposing towards the opposition forward line. This means that you will see him looking to engage with the opposition on a consistent basis, breaking up any attacking play before rotating the ball out wide to one of the wider centre-backs or further forward into the midfield. De Ligt will also be tasked with playing those long switch passes as well, looking to switch the play into the opposite flank on a consistent basis, also trying to create that fast tempo and quick transition. The 3 backups for the central defenders could be Luke Shaw deployed as the left centre-back, Harry Maguire deployed as the central centre-back, and Victor Lindelof deployed as the backup for Yoro. The midfield duo of Kobbie Mainoo and Ugarte will fit Amorum's style of play perfectly, with Ugarte being set to the role of holding with the focus being set to defend. You will see Ugarte looking to recover the ball in the midfield zones before rotating the play into possession of either a Mainoo or one of the centre-backs just in behind him. He will often look to sweep up just in front of the backline, looking to break up the play and just be a nuisance towards the opposition attacking build-up. The Uruguayan midfield will be very important in trying to win the midfield battles against the opposition, often looking to be the leading pressing man in the central areas of the park. As for his midfield counterpart in Kobbie Mainoo, he'll have a bit more of a box-to-box presence, looking to at times drop deep and help support the backline alongside Ugarte in the midfield zones, whilst also being able to collect the ball in those deeper areas and progress it further forward. He will be the ball progressor out of the midfield too, looking to get higher up the field and connect the midfield to the attack. The left central midfielder will also be tasked with collecting the ball in those deeper zones and then playing those long passes further forward. This in turn will up the attacking tempo for this Manchester United team. The natural backup for Kobbie Mainoo could be the likes of Christian Eriksen, or if needed and if the likes of Amorim might be wanting to attack a bit more, he might even deploy Bruno Fernandes in that deeper position. Whereas for Ugarte, the natural fit for him would be the likes of Casemiro. Out onto the right flank, and the likes of Mazraoui will be deployed as a right midfielder with the focus being set to balanced. This will successfully allow Mazraoui to drop deep at times and help defend down that wider right space, assisting the likes of Leny Yoro when it comes to tracking the wider attackers of the opposition. But at the same time as well, you will still see the right midfielder looking to bomb down the right flank and add an attacking outlet down the right-hand space, whether it's a cross or a cutback opportunity fired into the box for the attackers. Whereas down the left-hand space, the likes of Diego Dalot will be deployed in the role of winger with the focus being set to balanced. This will successfully see the left midfielder operate as a touchline winger, looking to hold the width for the side down the left-hand space. In turn, this can allow him to successfully attack from that left-hand zone, either creating a shot opportunity for himself or allowing him to create a crossing or cutback moments. There are several players in the current Manchester United side that would fit this role perfectly, one being Alejandro Garnacho, another being Anthony, and of course, let's not forget Diego Dalot, and even the likes of Tyrell Malacia. The role of the right midfielder will be crucial in the attacking success for Manchester United, and that will be Bruno Fernandes, who will have the role of playmaker with the focus being set to roaming. The positioning that the right attacking midfielder will take up more times than not will be often on the edge of the box, looking to help rotate and facilitate the offense, whilst also in brief moments looking to attack in the interior zones, getting on the end of one of those crossing or cutback opportunities. Just like with Sporting CP's Trincao, you will also see the likes of Bruno Fernandes looking to operate down the wider right touchline, looking to interchange with Mazraoui on a consistent basis. In turn, this will provide a lot of playmaking opportunities from that wider right space for Bruno to supply a cross or a cutback moment himself into the box for a Rasmus Højlund or a Marcus Rashford. Now, another player that can also play this role could be Mason Mount. Onto the left attacking midfielder now, and Marcus Rashford will suit this role perfectly. The role of shadow striker with the focus being set to attack will get the best out of Marcus Rashford, allowing for him to attack down the left-hand space, either drifting into that wide left channel or attacking the half spaces very successfully before putting the ball onto his more dominant foot and popping off a shot or two. With this role implemented along with the likes of Rasmus Højlund, you will see a successful partnership formulate up front, very similar to what we saw with Gyökeres and Goncalves at Sporting CP. In this role, it will see Rashford taking up a lot more central areas as well, looking to utilize his pace in order to try and exploit and expose the opposition's back line. Two players that could successfully play in this role could be the likes of Amad Diallo or even Joshua Zirkzee. Now, progressing on to the position of striker, and I do think that Rasmus Højlund does fit this role perfectly, and that will be target forward with the focus being set to wide. It is a slight tweak and variation compared to what Gyökeres is doing at Sporting CP, but I have tried to combine the roles with the natural player abilities. Now, Rasmus Højlund does like to run the channel, so you will see him looking to drift into those wider spaces, combining frequently with a Mazraoui or a Dalot or even a Rashford and a Fernandes just in behind him in that wider zone. At the same time as well, whilst running those wider channels, he can provide cutback opportunities from those wider spaces, whilst also at times being the focal point in the box, ready and waiting for those potential cutback or crossing opportunities. Højlund does have a lot of pace that he can look to use and run in behind with, looking to generate a lot of central space for the two number 10s. And a player that can also play in this role, but I don't think is a natural fit, could be the likes of Joshua Zirkzee as well. As we take a look at the structure for this Manchester United side when in possession of the ball, you will see that there is a sturdy base, having likes of De Ligt, Euro and Martinez in those deeper regions of the field, but you might see the likes of Martinez or Euro stepping up and into the midfield zones. Now, they could step up alongside the likes of Amenu or an Ugarte, but they will look to maintain those central areas quite prominently. These two players will consistently look to break up the play, win the ball back, and restore possession in United's favour. At times, you might see Bruno Fernandes dropping off the opposition's backline and into the deeper midfield zones, looking to combine frequently alongside Menu as well as Ugarte before looking to adventure higher up the field and add to the attacking outlets in those final third areas. The two wider players will look to consistently hug the touchlines, looking to generate that width in the side and generate a lot of that central space for the midfield. At the same time as well, this will allow them to successfully attack down the bylines, maybe even creating a shot opportunity for themselves. And with these roles implemented, you will see a front two at times formulate. The likes of Rashford and Højlund will be the attacking focus in the side, with Rashford at times looking to take up the central areas of the field, especially when Højlund does drift into those wider channels, and look to be the main attacking focal point for the side, utilizing his pace and trying to expose and exploit the opposition with it in behind. You will also start to see a lot of combinations occur on the pitch. The likes of Rashford and Dalot will frequently look to combine down the left-hand space, whereas the likes of Mazraoui, Fernandes, and Højlund will also do the same. And of course, when Højlund drifts to the left-hand channel, you will see him combining frequently with the likes of a Rashford as well as a Dalot or a Garnacho or whoever you have deployed in that wider left space. And then finally, the positioning of Højlund will be set to drifting along the opposition's backline. That can be down the left-hand channel, the right-hand channel, or maintain the central presence and be the focal point for Manchester United. He'll often look to back into the opposition, hold up the play, link it up very effectively, bring other players in and around him into the attacking play before looking to run off the opposition's backline into some space and put the ball in the back of the net. Now, I have also gone ahead and put down a few names that have been linked with a move to Old Trafford, but also a few names that I think could just suit and fit and maybe even improve Rúben Amorim's Manchester United style of play. So we'll start off at the back with 4 centre-back options of Branthwaite, Diamande, Quaresma, as well as Singo, and all 4 of these players can be effective ball-playing centre-backs, or maybe in Diamande's case, be that middle centre-back that is quite capable of being able to switch the play whilst also showing a lot of aggression towards the opposition's back line. The left-back position for Rúben Amorim does need to be filled, as Luke Shaw as well as Tyrell Malacia have struggled for fitness over the last 2 seasons. Therefore, looking to bring in a new player that can fulfill that role of attacking and defending will be essential for Rúben Amorim's success at Manchester United. So therefore, the likes of Alphonso Davies, who has been linked with a move to Old Trafford at the end of the season, on a free, might I add, might be a massive possibility, and I do think that he would fit the style of play perfectly. Other options could be Kirkes, Gutierrez, as well as Alvaro Fernandes, a former Manchester United player who does have a buyback clause in his contracts. And the final area to target for Manchester United will be the midfield. A few options could be Angelo Stiller, Ezequiel Palacios, Hugo Larsson, and of course, Angel Gomez. All 4 of these players can be deployed centrally. They can bring physicality as well as ball progression from those central areas of the pitch. And there we go, people. That is how I would predict Rúben Amorim would set up Manchester United for FC25. In a few weeks' time, I will go back and redo his tactics, a more realistic version of them, as he would have played a few more games. So anyways, if you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to smash that like button down below, whilst also subscribing if you are new to the channel. We are on the road to 15,000, so if you would like to be a part of that journey with yours truly, please do consider hitting that big red subscription button, as well as joining up with the Brom Squad Gaming Discord server. We chat everything real-life football. Of course, Manchester United has been a hot topic of conversation of late, as well as we chat everything FC25. So if you are interested in that, the link for you will be down below in the description. Anyways, until the next time, until the next one, I hope you have a smashing goddamn day.